We are no longer following the program review because clearly, if it was going to be completed in the winter of 2023, it wasn't going to be relevant for my 2022 financial framework. Quebec's Treasury Board had stopped keeping tabs on SAAQclic's ballooning budget during the SAAQ's first term, a project expected to now run $500 million over its original budget. That's what came out Friday at the Gallant Commission that saw two senior ministers, Treasury Board President François Legault and Health Minister Christian Dubé, former president of the Treasury Board, in the hot seat. And the spotlight is only going to get bigger, with Premier François Legault himself set to testify on Tuesday. LeBel told Commissioner Denis Gallant that she was tasked with saving the government $2 billion in program cuts between 2018 and 2022. She said that because the Auto Board's digital overhaul was only expected after 2022, SAAQclic was dropped from the Treasury Board's close monitoring list. I'm only told about the overall objective, and when I'm told that the objective has been met, Madam Chair, and that sufficient savings have been generated by the various programs, I'm not necessarily shown the programs one by one and line by line. Dubé echoing that view, saying that as president of the Treasury Board, he only heard about the SAAQclic project twice at the start of the pandemic, only to learn of the major cost overruns in February of this year after the Auditor General's report. That was really the first time I heard officially that there were cost elements or cost overruns that were so significant. Quebec's anti-corruption police are also investigating the SAAQclic fiasco. Transport Minister Geneviève Guilbeault, who testified last week, confirmed Thursday that the Auto Insurance Board will cooperate with investigators following their initial refusal to release some documents. All this as Premier François Legault is slated to take the stand on Tuesday, something political analyst Karim Boulos is calling unprecedented.
It's monumental. It's historic, if you will. But so is this government's unique approach to governing for the last 8 years.
Legault's testimony comes shortly after the SAAQ lost its third straight by-election to the Parti Québécois, coming in fourth. A Léger poll conducted this month says the SAAQ is currently polling in third place for voting intentions at 17%, behind the Liberals and the PQ.
This is not a moment where he can somehow pull a rabbit out of his hat and say these are actual wins for Quebecers and this is a positive. The CAQ's time is done.
The commission will hear from Legault and his version of what happened at the SAAQ at 9 a.m. on Tuesday.
It's not just ministers and under-ministers who are responsible, but ultimately our premier has to be aware of what's going on and be able to have oversight and responsibility at the end of the day.
In Montreal, Zachary Cheung, City News.